Hello guys, in this recording I will try to bring you my experience with an unpleasant issue regarding the lack of display signal when using a DisplayPort cable on a PC that doesn't have an dedicated GPU. So I have the motherboard Gigabyte B360M D3H, and I'm using it with a Pentium G5400 Gold with the integrated graphics card. I never had this issue before with my last build. And I really thought there was something going on with the DisplayPort connection, but if you are like me and don't have any graphics card installed, you just simply need to enter BIOS. And make sure you have selected in the peripherals menu the option to use the integrated graphics as your primary display output. This is a option I see for the first time on the 300 series motherboards, at least in Gigabyte. So we are in BIOS. You see there the monitor is a peripheral. So go into the peripherals, and right here you see beneath USB driving strength, initial display output. By default this was set to PCI Express #1 slot, which you can see it's this one where the GPU should be, and of course I don't have it installed, not on #1 or #2 either. So you have this this setting selected by default, or you can choose to have the PCI Express slot #2. And this was what it caused all the signal issues. I simply selected the iGPU. I suppose it means integrated graphics. And then in the chipset the settings were the same as I did them before. The internal graphics enabled, the VT/D -D enabled as well, and the DVMT pre-allocated and total graphics memory set to the max. So here it was at 64 megabytes by default. I switched it all the way down to 1 gigahertz of RAM used as video RAM, and here I selected the max option, and this was everything I had to do. You don't have to pull out the cables, turn off the PC. If the PC boots up and the monitor is plugged in, then you don't need to do anything like this. It's just a BIOS setting. So if you are like me and you don't have a dedicated graphics card and just use the Intel integrated GPU for the 300 series motherboards, especially for this Gigabyte, you need to do this thing. So initial display output, make sure it's set to iGPU. Save and exit. So make sure to save your configuration. And now it will boot up perfectly fine, and the DisplayPort connection will work right away on the monitor. You can hear it has already signal. Like so. Sometimes even before I did that change in the setting, when I restarted the computer, it worked, but when I shut it down, it stopped working, and I had to plug out the DisplayPort cable and plug it back in. Let's see if I do a shutdown. So right now the computer is shut down. And I will turn it on again. The monitor already has signal. So now everything works flawlessly because it goes for the integrated GPU right away. It doesn't go to the PCIe slot number 1. I hope this video helps. I wish you all the best.